Can love survive when two people are separated by time zones, miles, and different lives? Today we are talking about long distance relationship and whether they can actually work in the real world, especially in 2026. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Mukund from the Rota podcast, and today we are going to tackle something most people are suffering, right? Long distance relationship. Can they really actually work in real life? Because if you tell me like back maybe a decade ago, oh, it can work because of these, that, and lack of technology, and I mean, technology was there, but it's not up to the speed that we have right now today, all those things, and so on and so forth. But today we have technology so connected, yet we are yet so disconnected from one another, right? And since we are also living in the most advanced civilization as far as technological world goes, yet we are all so lonely, isn't it? So, this topic actually someone recommended me to particularly talk about this because most of them are actually going through a lot because the one of the main reason is it is working, like the long distance ship relationships kinda working on screen, but in reality it isn't. Let's discuss about all these things before jumping into this episode. Grab your cup of coffee, tea, or your favorite beverage, and let's have this wonderful conversation. And as like always, I do tell you, if you have any comments or suggestions from your side and what you think um, or your experiences, you can happily share in the comments. I would like to hear from you as well. So, with no further ado, let's jump right into it. What long distance kind of this thing is that makes it so difficult? What it makes it difficult? Question is the distance itself is the problem these days? I don't think so at all. Distance now became non-relevant. If you tell me like 20, 30 years ago distance matters, yeah, sure. But now in like 2026, I don't think so. So yet the relationships are breaking down left, right, and center, and also even marriages are also breaking down. All these things are happening in real time. Then why is that? We have like, say, 10 years or 15 years or 20 years ago, we don't even have proper video calling, right? But now, guess what? You can just video call at any point of time. But yet, 10 years ago, the divorce rates or the breakup rates are very, very less. 10, 20 years ago. But now, it's skyrocketing. Then, where is the actual problem? Right? I'll tell you the real challenges. My personal favorite one, let's start with that. Miscommunication, especially through text messages. It's like, I'll give an example, okay? If you're from two different contexts or you're dealing with different people or environments, like one person is in one country and the other person is in another country, and they have that local environmental things are different and one gets adapted and suddenly things changes and so on and so forth. Now it becomes very funny as well. Example, don't you have time? simple message. The other person, how they can read and interpret. Don't you have time for me? Or you might just simply text it like, don't you have time? Can I talk for a second? Something. The other person can interpret it as like, man, such an attitude, huh? So now the perception behind the text message is completely ruined for all. Nobody knows what other person is going to, like, even if you ask how are you, and instead of question mark, if you just add exclamation mark, gone. Things are, especially with these text messages, the meaning of the words changed. And some people even stop texting. They just communicate with just emojis. I mean, that's a god level tier of communication that I don't understand, but very well. So if you're also someone who is, like, one of my friend was sharing like, hey, I met this person online, blah blah blah, and cut short, this person is only talking, only using emojis mostly. And I started laughing hearing this story. Like, what do you mean only using emojis? And that person shown me like few text messages. Man, I did not understand anything. So that's, I mean, it's a peak level creativity. We should appreciate that. But the whole concept of text messages and all these things is to have proper communication, isn't it? I mean, if that goes into confusion, then I don't know what's the whole point of it. Yet here we are. So, yeah. Number 2, lack of physical presence. I mean, no matter what people tell, we are all biological people. Physical presence is must, whether you like it or not. No matter what people say, people lie all the time, I know. Biologically speaking, every person needs that essence of human touch, no matter what they say. So if they say, oh, yeah, can imagine being in a lie. Unless they have mastered the art of being themselves, then that's a whole different story. If not, I think most of people, no. So, different schedules and priorities. I mean, this is a genuine problem. Time zones can change, and that might be exhausting from both ends. That no one can do anything about that. They have to either break that off and move on, or someone has to move from here to match their schedules. Loneliness. I mean, in 2026, this is the highest so far, believe it or not. The loneliness, the people are deciding not to get into any relationships or marriages or anything. Record high. Because nobody wants the headache that comes with all those things, and nobody wants to go ahead with that. Well, it's a genuine concern, like, yeah. And why people are choosing loneliness is because of the most important thing of it, trust issues. Yeah. Whether we like it or not, people have so much options, because the moment the tech arrived, it also came with multiple number of apps that include dating apps and other apps. I don't need to mention it here. You already know. You're a very, very lovely audience. So, you are very smart enough to grasp that. So, and this is the thing. One last thing. Missing important moments together. Like, people are like emotional beings at some point, especially during the lowest phases of one's life. People definitely wants their partner or their loved ones or whatever you call it beside them, not like thousands of kilometers away from them, because the shared emotion can be shared through screen as well, but the impact will be much lesser. That's a real problem that we cannot do, that we cannot replace it with just a screen. What can we say? I mean, when problems arise, right, you can't simply meet for a coffee and talk things out. I mean, you can talk through the screen, but do you think it will create the realistic impact when you sit in front of each other and then have a conversation with a cup of coffee? I think, over these days, trust me, I think since 2025, I guess, even I'm not even encouraging a regular call to anyone. If I want to talk to someone, I'm not engaging in even in normal phone call like more than 2 minutes, because it became boring so quick for me personally. If it is going beyond 2 to 5 minutes, I'm ending the call already. It doesn't need to be any relationship or anything. It's just any call in general. Because, man, trust me, I love technology to the core, and I even got the VR headset. We have this saying like maintain your distance with the screen, otherwise you will have your eye problems, eyesight, blah blah blah. Yet we came to the closest as possible that literally where the screens are sitting like right in front of our eyes, like in this distance. Gone are the days, where you need to maintain your distance with the screen and all those things. But yet, the human nature of the human being is to have that connection in real life. That still exists, man. Because what's happening these days, if you're saying something in the call or in the video call, some might record it. Privacy concerns. And then use it. They can edit that, or they can use the voice according to however they like it. I mean, once the breakups or once they separate or whatever happens, they can do that. That's even worse. Now you have to have another explanation. My God, even with the what I have generally do is like, I generally don't prefer calls. You just text me first, right? And even though if I'm free or not, it doesn't matter. You text me first. I'll tell you whether I'm available or not. That's it. That's how it works. It's like you get my appointment first. Let me free off all my works. And then I'll have a little talk. That too not more than 2 to 5 minutes. Because it's exhausting to begin with. It's exhausting. It doesn't necessarily, I'm not talking just about relationships, but you get the point, right? You're just in front of the screen for a long time, your eyes are burning, you want to sleep, you can't sleep. I can't. I'm like, the technology is very good, superb, excellent, I love it. I'm a tech guy too, because I love tech a lot. I'm all for the tech and whatnot. Yet, I prefer having a cup of coffee or a dinner or whatever you call it. Just face to face, even 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even 1 hour, I'm fine with that. Because that level of quality where you can see the other person's even micro expressions clearly, that's more important. That's a form of communication that keeps engaged in the conversation, or else it will just feel like you're talking to a robot or something. So that's my take. My take. Okay. Let me know, how do you feel? Just saying. Can they actually work? Yeah, absolutely they can work, but the probability of people making it work went down. Like, they can work if they want to. Like, if you consider this is like a bar graph or just a linear graph or something, yeah, they can work, but the people are like deciding not to, and it's going downwards like crazy, downward hill. So, but like unlike any relationships, that can be anything. It's all about work, 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 work. Both the people need to work. It don't magically work by itself. And if how can you work it if you don't have enough time, or your schedules are so messed up, and when one person needs, the other person is not available, not intentionally, might be the priorities, schedules, time zones, whatever it might be. All those things can add up, right? And it may not work. And I'll give you a simple example. It's not a relationship or anything, but just give a simple example. I have few of my friends, doctor friends, here and there, nearby. Okay, they're just like couple of hours away from my home. If I want to, or if they want to meet me, we don't even have time to. It's just friends, huh? They don't even have time to meet for a dinner or meet for a cup of coffee. Just couple of hours from. Yeah, that's it. Now imagine. We have phones, we have everything, we are so connected, yet we are so disconnected. Right? So that's the thing. That's the thing. So then what makes a long distance relationship actually work? And whether you believe it or not, the number one thing I'm gonna say is trust. Yeah, there is no evidence, but you have to trust. That's the very costliest thing in the world. Trust. And consistency, honest communication. Moreover, both should have like shared future goals. Otherwise, it's very hard to catch on in the long run, because definitely someone will drift apart for sure. That's going to happen, bound to happen. If all those four things were there all the time, then there is a high probable chance that relationship might definitely work, because both of them are actively working behind the scenes. If only one person works, another person doesn't, then it's going like graph goes down. That's why I say, if both people know where the relationship heading, distance becomes a temporary thing. Sure, it's more like an temporary obstacle rather than a permanent barrier. But I don't see that level of working long relationships these days, especially since 2022. I don't see that. Because I do talk with a lot of people. Few people, they share their things, and a few people I ask here and there, like, are you in a long relationships and something like that, and they said, yeah, we were, and we finally let it go because of this reason, because of that reason, and all the reasons. It sounded silly, but I know we cannot judge until we are in their shoes. But yeah, so, but there are few here and there that things did work for them, and according to them, what they told, there are like few people, but very handful, huh? And they told me they trust each other blindly without constantly checking. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then communication always feels natural, not forced. Both people make equal effort. Both of them supports each and everyone's individual work whenever they get some time. There is a realistic plan to eventually close the distance. All these things will definitely lead to a healthy relationship for sure, no doubt. But there are also some red flags we have to carry on these days, and most people do, unfortunately. Constant suspicion, one person doing all the work, repeated broken promises, no clear future plan, emotional manipulation disguised as love. This is one of my favorite. Emotional manipulation disguised as love. Sound effects you want? Natural human made sound effects. So yeah. Yeah, this is high time week because this is the one I am seeing in real time a lot. Like people who got into breakups and stuff mentioned deliberately many times in front of me, this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. Manipulation became, like special emotional manipulation became so big a thing these days that people are using it to get their things done, and this is disguised as love. Anyways, what we can see is distance doesn't create these problems, it just often reveals them. That's what I think. Because what's there within is actually what will eventually come out. You get the point, right? Yeah. Technology that's changed everything. Let's talk about that a little bit. Once again, because I love technology a lot. So why not? Years ago, like, couples relied on letters, right? They used to write these beautiful letters and probably occasional phone calls era if you go back in the past, right? And during that time it worked a lot. Yeah, it did. Fortunately it did, because somehow, they managed to pull it off. Crazy. But yet it happened. But today we have, like I said before, video calls, instant messenger, shared photo albums, real-time location sharing. All these are very good. Technology makes us connected even easier than ever, but the emotional connection, that's the problem, like I am telling you from the beginning. That's not forming, guys. That's not forming for lots of people. Yeah, of course. How will an emotional connection form? Just because you're sitting in front of the screen and do you think it will form? Not really. So that definitely requires lots of effort. The reality most people avoid. Let's talk about that. Two people can genuinely love each other and still struggle if the goals don't align, neither is willing to sacrifice, there is no plan to eventually live in the same place. Yeah, this is what exactly why things are going south. And a relationship needs both emotion as well as direction. These two are very important if you ask me. Any relationship, I think they both require direction as well as emotional support. Yeah, love is a fancy word. Keep that word a little bit aside from now. Yeah, love fades away after certain point. It's all different things, but yeah, emotional support for each other, and because emotions really, love is a part of emotion. I get it. Um, this really make a realistic impact that can change the course of one's direction to whole different thing. We don't even understand that, but yet it's true. So this is my final thought, right? This is what I want to tell. A distance relationship, basically, it's not a test how long you can stay apart. It's a test whether two people can still continue choosing each other while staying apart. And maybe that's the real answer. Yeah, I think that's the one. Long distance relationships can work, not because of luck, not because of technology, but because I think two people decided to work day after day, year after year, week after week, month after month, something like that. It's all about the effort. So yeah, I think that's all from my side. So yes. So what do you think? Have you ever been in a long distance relationships? Did it strengthen your connection, or did you teach you a difficult lesson? Let me know in the comment section. And by the time, guys, I would like to share one small thing, right? It's very important before I let you go. Right. I think by the time of this goes into public, we have achieved one big milestone for this podcast. Exactly in 2025, around June 12th, exact date. June 12th was the day first episode got released into public. Right. So it was released, and from then till now, the response was absolutely awesome. No doubt about that. And we are actually celebrating what do you call 1 year anniversary kind of a thing, which is awesome, right? Which definitely is, to me, definitely this is like, I'm very happy about that. I mean, if I look back at that point of time and now I compare it, and it's been 1 year already, and wow, time just flies, huh? And we have a lovely audience from all across the world, which makes it so fascinating for me whenever I look at the analytics. I'm very grateful for this opportunity and the experience I'm having, and able to share my thoughts and opinions here. That itself is remarkable to me, and thank you so much. And I know I this was just designed for audio format till January 2026, but from February, since Spotify and other platforms started video podcasting directly into their integration here in this region where I am right now. And from then on, I started to post video formatted videos of my podcast, and man, I have to give the credit to you all people. I know this is not a perfect podcast or anything, because from the beginning I just did with whatever I had at that point of time, and then slowly started to add required tools, and then slowly started to improve it, and now we are somewhere in a better state of creating these beautiful videos for you, for the lovely audience. You know, the overall experience I have been through creating the journey, let's just say, through this was, in one word I can say, like very, what do you say that? Spectacular, that's the word. Experience for me to create this wonderful videos for you all, and these are all from my shared experiences, that all these things I have seen, experienced, or observed from people I know, and they shared and whatnot. And I love this part of sharing, creating, and interacting with the public, or interacting with you all. That itself is very awesome experience. I mean, I do go back in time and see that for myself. Like, if you tell me, like, if you have told me at least like 5 or 10 years ago that I'm gonna be on the public platform speaking and doing all these things, I will be like, what? No, hell no. I'm just a doctor. I wanna be a doctor. I will be just a doctor, and I'll have my practice, and I would have enjoyed my life simply that. But no, I even did not imagine that I'm gonna start a podcast in the first place. Trust me, until May 2025, exact date to be precise, 25th, again, the day I decided to quit my stable job and said enough is enough. I am something bigger than the job title itself. And then it was like a wild ride for me, like in many, many ways that I can't even explain and comprehend at this point of time. And from there, the journey just began, and every month, every time I tried to create something, there were challenges, yes, 100%. And did I love the experience? Yeah. Did it teach me a lot? Yes, of course. All these things are part of, human life, that we all go through at some point of time. And it's a lovely journey so far, with all the ups and downs, and I was able to share my part here, and I hope it's helping someone out there, because I did see the analytics from my Spotify as a creator, and also from my YouTube channel. And man, so many people are following me and subscribing me from watching my podcast videos and other videos as well. And I would like to thank you all very much for your support. And this is just a beginning, guys. This is just a beginning. And from here on, things will take different turns. And I know I will also share one more thing. I even lost good friends of mine because people thought I'm crazy for doing such thing. I lost a certain part of my old version of myself, and couple of good friends, and a few of good acquaintances or colleagues, whatever you call it. I have lost them all, and I started to do it all alone by myself. And now I'm looking back at it, and man, it's worth it. It's worth, man, it's worth it. At that point of time, there was no evidence or nothing that people are really gonna watch or listen or anything. Now we have good amount of people watching it. That's itself tells that this is no longer a vision. This is a reality that I'm living right now, and there are real people that side of the screen literally waiting for me to share my thoughts and my views, opinions, or they want to hear something from me. So that was very awesome to begin with, and thank you so much for you all, and keep supporting, keep showering your love from following me all over across the social media as well as my YouTube channels. And I would like to hear from you all, and thank you so much for choosing to spend the time with the Rhoda podcast with me, Dr. Mukund. So, thank you all once again for your continuous support, and I wish you all the best in your life wherever you are right now. And I hope one day you will succeed no matter what the odds are, like me. And this is just a beginning, so cheers to the new beginnings. And this is Dr. Mukund. I'm not signing off. I'm gonna say, like, this is just a beginning. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do this one step at a time, guys. I'm here with you all. Let's go. I know it's difficult. We have still have to do it. Okay, let's do this.